And that brings me to an important point, which is about the location of light. This hasn't been discussed much out there, I don't think. These cells in our eye, these neurons that signal the central clock, reside mostly, not exclusively, but mostly in the bottom half of our retina. And so they're viewing the overhead visual space around you. It's probably not coincidental that these cells were essentially designed to detect sunlight, which is overhead, of course. So if you want to avoid improper activation of these neurons, it's better to place lights that you use in the evening low in your physical environment. So on desktops or even the floor, if you want to go that way, as opposed to overhead lights. So overhead fluorescent lights would be the worst. That would be the worst case scenario. Lights that are overhead that are a little bit softer of the sort of yellow or reddish tints would be slightly better. But dim lights that are set low in the room are going to be best because they aren't going to activate these neurons and therefore shift your circadian clock. So that's a goal. Some people like Samer, the Hattar that I mentioned earlier, he turns his home basically into a cave in the evenings. Candlelight actually does not trigger activation of these cells. So candlelight and fireplaces and campfires are fine. Dim lights, very dim lights are fine, and lights low in the physical environment. Of course, the problem with candlelight and fireplaces is the fire hazard, but you're smart people, you know what to do about that. Don't burn down whatever structure you're in, including forests, please. So keep the lights low in your environment.